We are going to approach this map with the first attack, because I think that tells a lot about how aggressive a team wants to play. Do you want to open this game again?
I will gladly. We are on Vaj again, but after the last match, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing.
Excuse me.
Hopefully we're going to see another very competitive game as we get set between DiP and PdB. DiP has the DiP has the opening defense starting on CP, and PdB with the opening attack on the Entente side. And here we go. It does look like PdB is going to send a couple of players to the opposite end of the trench, very similar to what One Pump did. And DiP has a nice spread on their defense. PdB's attack's a little more spread than any of the other attacks I've seen so far here, notably.
A little bit slower of an attack, actually falling together. It looks like they are heavily favoring on the right-hand side. One guy's on the big rocks again, but he gets sniped from the cross part. I think the vital aspect of taking the grand rocks in the beginning is to clear that cross view right now.
Yeah, very good opening kills from DiP, as we can see. Only one kill so far on the board for PdB. We have the strongest push coming out from them. A little bit slow, a little bit staggered perhaps.
I do like how they waited for the residual squad mates to join in before they advance a little bit more. So they're creeping forward without actually making any kills, which is good work. But now they need to start fragging. Now they start to make kills. But Jackie and Smiley are going to be very important.
We see them push. We see them push the finger, but it's just completely shot down by DiP. They all push at the same time, but just all the kills going the way of DiP. Only a couple guys even remain for PdB, and none of them are in the trench right now.
Well, Jackie has a very important position, just like Emperor took in the last match, on the hillside, and actually having overwatch of the whole side. But he gets taken down, and instantly the whole right flank falls apart. So this is a very good coordinated attack by PdB.
PdB gets just enough kills there, and the spawns come in. Just like that, they are capping very quickly. I think they shouldn't get it. Most spawns for PdB can come in, or DiP can come in to stop it, but I don't think they will. It doesn't matter. Great work, great stuff there by PdB. Their initial push was shut down, but they just got a couple openings, were able to get the spawns, and just like that, they've got the trench.
Smiley got 3 very quick kills on the far left side, and it feels like they are going to recap this very quickly, especially when they can kill everyone on the far left side. Smiley is very important in this attack right here, if he doesn't fall down now.
Still, yeah, PdB does get some spawns in the finger position, but again, as you saw in the first match, they're kind of stuck here. This is a hard position to fight your way out of. But if they can do it, that would be huge, and Soren's trying to initiate the push. He's able to lead the way. Does get taken down eventually by Bojangles, but those are some good kills by him to help his team get a little bit of room, gain a little bit of map control.
Okay, what we're seeing right now is that DiP is actually spreading out a little bit to gain more control of this whole trench, making sure nobody is in right, and it's actually very well timed by Smiley if he sees the guy on the no man's land.
Jackie and Smiley trying to flank here. Jackie does get 1 kill, but has to reload. Might get pushed here. Does get pushed. Nice play there by Soren. That's a smart play.
I really enjoyed the perceived coordination by PdB. I must say I kind of underestimated it, but it's looking very strong right now how they are approaching this trench.
I think that's kind of the storyline so far. It's not necessarily just about who's got the better players, it's also about who plays as the better team. And I think that's what Soren built PdB on. Soren was looking to build a team that's all about knowing how to play together, having that good communication, having the good team play, and making the right decisions, not just based on who the best players are, knowing who can work together.
It's very interesting to see that it works as well, and well, they are looking to defend this trench right now, and they need to kill a few people in order to not lose it again, which they successfully do. So now they're retaking this trench and successfully defending this wave of attacks by DiP. DiP's firmly secured the hillside right now, which is very important, of course. We talked about this a lot of times. And they have the right side. So now they only have to focus on the left side, as the hill gets pushed by Foilner here. but he gets taken down.
Good kills to protect the hill position by DiP. And it looks like PdB only has 2 players in the trench right now. One player kind of pushed up in the middle, the other player running back to get the spawns, and he does get the spawns indeed. So the recap does come in from PdB. And now, notably, as we can see, look at the clock, only 5 seconds on the attack. So DiP's going to be on the foothold timer. So they have to be very careful not to lose their players, obviously.
Well, and actually, a lot of the kills are going in favor of PdB right now. And I feel like if they kill this guy on the hill, they're going to have a very hard time in order to get back in there. But Bojalis actually has a very good few stabs on there, equalizing it a little bit, giving a little bit more breathing space for DiP.
Yes, and it was good to see also Smiley and several other players down below in the trench, pushing to kind of stabilize. Even if the L position went down, they'd still have a bunch of players in. And the spawns come in, and now DiP's actually capping very quickly.
Interesting movement by Jackie right there. Must be the internet connection acting up a little bit. As DiP is now actually really fast retaking this trench. There are 7 people in here, so if they get a few kills, they must be able to draw it, but they don't. Just as I said, a lot of 3 kills, 4 kills, 5 kills go in favor of PdB, and just like that, they're firmly in control of this trench.
Now DiP's in a very precarious position, and just like that,
it's all over. That's how quickly Vosj can go. It's only one trench you need to defend, and they were on the back foot constantly. And well, it shows that working together, knowing when to aggress and when to defend, and how to aggress. If you can communicate that normally and very efficiently, you'll end up with a game like this. Very well done by PdB.
I mean, that was just all PdB's teamwork. I mean, they just, no matter what DiP did, PdB responded perfectly. They knew when to push, when not to push, and that was great stuff out of them.
They have far less kills than DiP does, and still they were able to I feel like they just overrun them.
I mean, if you were to just look at the kills, you wouldn't think that match was as one-sided as it was. But again, it's not just about kills. It's not just about who the best players are. PdB's teamwork and coordination really coming through, and DiP very quickly, just like that, loses the game.
I'd love to have a sneak peek in their Discord. We can't do that, of course, but I want to know how they're communicating and what they're saying to each other in order to have such a good coordinated attack and defense. But this was all in their momentum, right? They had the first attack and they had the first the capture. So I feel like this could turn around when they are on the back foot, when they are getting attacked and they can't move really much and they don't have the momentum. And maybe it turns around when they are on defense.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, PdB's got to feel very good about that. I don't know what that's going to do for DiP's confidence. I mean, when you lose a game that quickly, that's definitely got to kind of get in your head a little bit, make you maybe reconsider some things.
Well, I think there's enough experience in that team to, well, know that this is a very unstable map, right? It can go either way very quickly, and the smallest of mistakes will just, well, you'll make you lose your headquarters, and that's what happens. And I think they can, well, normalize that a little bit. I don't think this has to feel like a great loss, as long as they can show the same momentum as PdB did in their attack right now.
I mean, this is an opportunity for DiP to come right back into this match and tie it up. I mean, again, all it takes is a couple of slight errors from PdB, and then DiP is right back in it. Here we go, second half underway now. DiP with the opening attack.
One guy is going far left, as 7 other people are fastly approaching to the right-hand side. I like this position actually on the rock on the Inzadi position, but let's see how that works out. Who's that, Spartan? No.
Yeah. I can see right away DiP's attack is a little more concentrated, it's a little more aggressive towards this finger position. But PdB responding very well. Really good opening kills. But as we've seen, that doesn't necessarily matter. Because when those spawns come in, and those second pushes come in, things can fall apart very quickly.
But
So,
every single kill is going in the way of PdB right now, so this is...
Not the opening start you'd want if you're DiP not having a single kill. But as I say that, Soren is getting pressured on the right side. He gets taken down by Jackie, who's looking to kind of shake things up and push on the other flank.
As long as you don't get a squad wipe when you're in the tech, everything is fine. So if Smiley can get a few kills here together with his mates, they must be fine. There's only 3 people left in the right-hand side right here. Smiley gets 1. So this could be the beginning of the foothold for DiP. First 2 kills.
I think that's the important thing to note here is, even if your squad, you know, PdB or any team that's defending can get all the kills they want, but so long as 2 guys remain, 2 separate squads, those spawns will come back in, and just like that, all the progress you have, all the kills you got will mean nothing. Because all those players will spawn back in, and it'll be like you achieved nothing. DiP does have 1 player in, but the position is very weak. But nice kills coming in from Crimson and Bojangles to try to shake things up a little bit.
I think if they kill the guy on the far right, you'll see a gigantic push from DiP. Bojangles actually gets in, and I expect everyone to move in right now. Bojangles does that, but the rest doesn't follow suit. That's a shame. I think the whole right side is now open. They can go in. There is actually 4 people in there, so that's nice. But I think this should be the key, the gunshot. Everyone needs to go running, and now it comes through. And Smiley is taking the frontal assault here in the middle section.
Wow, he's pushing towards middle. Encountered 1 player. I think he took him down. He's going to keep leading this charge. Going to find 2 guys in his way. Not able to get either, but I think his teammate did take down 1. And there we go. Smiley takes down Soren. Also a really nice kill on the wedged.
Very well done by Smiley there.
It's 3 kills for going down. And Steve, who traded him, is quickly taken down by Axelbun. So here we go. The cap comes in for DiP.
Okay, so we're at the same place right now as PdB was when they were attacking. But PdB actually, with the spawn from the headquarters, gets a lot of kills, and that could be troublesome as they regain the hillside.
What was very important for PdB there was they lost the trench, but they were able to get the spawns on that close no man's spawn before they lost it. So they were able to have a bunch of players right there, able to attack immediately. They didn't have to spawn all the way in the back, which was very important for them. They're able to stabilize here with a very nice position. They've got the hill, they've got mid. It looks like several players from DiP are trying to do something about that mid position that PdB occupies, but no one really pushing the hill right now. Nice airplane bomb by Dick to take 2 players from DiP down.
It's hard to keep track of what's happening, but what I see is that DiP got reset, and they need to get into this trench as fast as they can before they lose the whole right again. Jackie and Smiley are actually trying to advance on that one.
And that's a nice recap by DiP, or by PdB. That's something that we didn't see from DiP in the first half. DiP lost their trench and they weren't able to take it back. So now already PdB doing a little better in that regard with the recap coming in rather quickly as well. It didn't take them very long. I mean, in the first match we saw the attacking team occupy this trench for a while. DiP wasn't really able to hold this for. I mean, they really only had it for a minute. So. And we can see the leaders for PdB so far are Banana and Spartan with 9 kills, and then actually interestingly, Bojangles is leading the way for DiP with 11 kills. He's the only player in the game so far who's actually reached double digits. Now Banana just joins him in that category, but still great to see some less notable players perhaps having great games. Entropy in the first game, and now Bojangles in this game.
Big push coming up by Jackie and the squad. Now going towards, the hill section. And this could be a very important part, but he gets taken down by Wedged. Right there. And so it stays a little bit equal, but slowly but surely PdB is losing this trench, as they are only a quarter of losing it though. DiP has way more people in here, 7 people, and they are really camping really fast. So if they get a few kills, like 3 or 4, they will be able to capture this trench
The
again.
spawns do come in for PdB, but they're still 1 player short of DiP. And now all of PdB's players are in, and several kills coming as well. So they're going to start to recap, not allow DiP to get the cap. They were very close, but again, really intelligent play from PdB, knowing when and when not to push, allowing them not to get capped.
Jackie had a very good chance there in opening up the left side there, but he didn't get the kills he needed. So it might have been enough actually to get up with his teammates to take it.
It's not going to come in time for PdB. Soren and several other players are going to look to make a push here. Well, some success. Soren trades out with Axelbun on the stab.
Well, DiP needs to be careful right now not to lose too many people and respawn everyone they have lost, because they are losing the trench rather quickly. And if they don't watch.
Big concern I have for DiP is, well, it is interesting to see Jackie on this other end, but still, I don't like how DiP is continually isolated to this one end of the trench. They haven't really been able to take any map control. They're just stuck in this finger, it seems, all the time. Jackie's push on the other end got shut down. DiP gets a bunch of kills. The cap continues. Yam's gonna look to make a push to the hill.
Well, I like that Smiley and Ajax are actually keeping behind a little bit, very defensively setting himself up, but keeping an eye on the crossfire. And that's actually very helpful for the guys that are fencing. So I think they're trying to set up the same thing as we saw with the previous round with Screw and Entropy. One guy is playing or 2 guys in this case, playing the spawn anchor, and 2 guys being the aggressor. And it's actually working because they keep control of this trench, and one of the squads of the Central Powers got reset right now. And Smiley is looking for getting a few No Man's Land kills.
And unfortunately, bad news for PdB. They had several spawns in the back lines. They weren't able to get them in the trench, so made it basically impossible for them to deny that cap and prevent it. But already they are recapping.
They did recap the hillside, which is very, very important. Dig the Hat actually on a very powerful position on the left hill. Getting a few kills and wreaking havoc on the middle side.
Actually,
that's a very good 180 by Dig the Hat, killing someone there. Ridiculous 180. Well done by Dig the Hat. Keeping the hillside from falling and making sure this cap could actually potentially go through. And they successfully defend it. I think this is because of the effort of Dig the Hat right here. Well done.
Nice kills by Banana. Take down 2 players. Actually going to get a third. Has to reload. Maybe he'll get some stabs. He does get 1 stab. Taken down finally, but still. 4 kills for Banana. And Spartan with 2 trades. So that's... I think they've wiped.
No, there's 2 people on the far right.
But it is Smiley anchoring, but there's only 2 of them. And PdB knows this. Soren pushing, gets 1 kill. Able to get the second one on the Smiley. And I believe the 1 player... There is 1 player behind the finger. It's Jackie, but again, Soren also gets that kill. 3 nice kills from Soren on that finger position.
Bonjalis can get...
Bojangles jumps in. He stabs Fiona, but he goes over Soren, and Soren stabs him right back.
Ultra aggressive play by Bonjanglis. I'm ruining his name. I'm sorry, but it's interesting. That was a really cool feat right there, jumping into the trench, trying to stab everyone there. But DiP is in trouble right now. They are completely reset, and they have to start all over again with only 2 minutes on this attack phase left.
Yeah, that was really nice, really great individual plays there from PdB to push DiP out. But as I say that, they've still pushed. They push into this finger position. Axelbun leading the charge, and DiP right back to kind of where they were before. So it does seem like PdB's having some struggles defending the finger position. We saw last game very effectively. Entropy and Ulti played the hill and were able to really keep guys out of the finger, but it seems like this is PdB's weakness, and every time DiP seems to exploit it.
And DiP really favoring that far right side there, as they're always there. But it feels like they did get a little bit pushed out right now. As Simply was actually at the rocks, but he got taken out instantly by Herpes right there.
And Dig the Head's now playing this hill position. He's got a really nice vantage point. All these players down below him. Again, Spartan also getting a bunch of kills, and this is where I think if you're DiP, this starts to get a lot harder as PdB starts to get a little more confident and a little more comfortable with their positions here and holding that finger. I think the ability for DiP to exploit that position is gonna really diminish.
But what we saw in the last half is that PdB didn't get that many kills, but now they're actually, I feel like they're leading in a number of kills and in the defense, which you need to have. But they can do this as well. So it's a
I mean, we see Spartan and Banana 24 and 22 kills. That's Spartan. He's top ranking right now in this game. Jackie's only at 22. Smiley at 11 and 11. Bojangles at 18 and 12. And also Dick at 20 kills himself. So
high kill game with a lot of caps going on, but only 7 seconds left in the attack phase of the Antari Heart here to get a foothold or, well, capture this trench. But they weren't able to get in, so now it's the turn of PdB to start attacking. And remember, they need to win this one, right, to even equalize.
Yeah, same situation that that the last one pump was in the Rampage game. DiP is down a trench, and they now find themselves on the defensive. PdB now also knowing that they're up the trench, they're not going to care. They might look to just do a very similar thing to what Rampage did and just anchor a spot and just ensure that they're always in the trench and the attack continues on forever. They don't have to win this half. They just want to burn the clock and ensure that this game is at least a draw.
But saying that, DiP 6 kills going in favor of DiP right here. So the first wave got completely dismantled. And
yeah, Soren and Semney were in the finger, but nice kills by Jackie there from that finger pit position to take them down. And yeah, this is a big difference that I'm seeing from the last game. We saw in the last game, Rampage were very fast, very aggressive in getting in, but PdB's attacks a little more staggered. They're not able to get in quite as quickly, so that might bode well for DiP. Still, they are encroaching on this far off position. Jackie's going to take one. Can he get more? He does get one more. Can he get the third? He does get the third. Great kill, and an incredible flick shot to get the 4th kill. Amazing individual effort by Jackie there to basically just shut down that PdB push.
Such a shame, I just missed that. I was trying to click on him. Couldn't find him. But we're looking at Jackie actually seeing a lot of guys spawning in the middle section. Let's see if they can defuse that attack from the middle section right now. But it looks like they completely stabilized. There's no threats at all. They completely wiped PdB right here. And
yeah, DiP's defense right now is very solid. Really nothing going for PdB on this attack so far. They've pretty much haven't been able to get entry anywhere. I figured they'd get a foothold on that far left side, trying to kind of do what Rampage did, but Jackie was able to shut it down. But that's a huge kill by Banana, I think, on the Jackie, and now I think PdB is going to look to push the finger position, finally trying to gain some traction.
Everyone is actually reacting to that really quickly. All focusing on this mid-section as they know they're close there. So the communication by DiP is actually nice as well. And
yeah, we see the moment Jackie goes down, PdB gets into the trench, and now their players in middle are kind of getting pinched from finger and the far left.
Jackie is back though, defending the midsection, gets 1 kill. Trying to spot as many people as he can, get a 2nd kill. Oh, he gets airplane bomb by Dick the Hat, as he knows this is his favorite spot right there. Very good airplane bomb kill by Dick the Hat. As Jackie was looking very dangerous, spotting almost everyone. And now PdB is starting to capture this trench, which is a disaster actually for DiP.
Yeah, we saw DiP had a really solid defense, but once Jackie went down and that far left position was exposed the way it was, PdB was able to get in there. And now we see PdB has very firm, well, not complete control, but still they have again this same position that Rampage was occupying last game. This is a very strong position, very easy to anchor from, and always ensure that you've got spawns. It's really difficult for a defending team to do anything about it, and the cap does come in for PdB.
They need to be very, very careful though. Oh, they captured it. Okay. Then they don't need to be careful anymore. I thought it was still a foothold, but well, PdB successfully capturing this trench is actually
Steve. We can see Steve's on the other end with several PdB players. So now DiP, they're kind of again they're getting pinched, attacked from both sides right now.
so many kills going in favor of the DiP right here. So this is good news. They are fast recapping this trench. They need to fend off one more squad. And the pressure is on Smiley, I guess, on the right side to... Oh, reload faster, but he couldn't. So right is fallen.
Soren didn't know he was there, but Smiley was reloading. He gets taken down by Ajax with a nice trade. That's a good trade. I think Dignahead's coming in, though. Goes for the jump shot, not going to get it. Ajax with another kill.
Dignahead really favoring those jump shots at points.
Oh, and the cap was so close for DiP, but it's just not quite enough. I think if they can get the kills on this other side, which they are, and a nice play by DiP to clear out PdB on that other side, the far left side.
And there
position that we saw Spug utilize so much in the last game.
Now they are equalized, but they need to, well, not have any seconds in the foothold and attack as fast as they can, because 9 minutes is extremely close in order to recap the enemy trench. And defending this one, they basically have 6 minutes in order to retake the trench and equalize the score of this whole match. So this is extremely tight for them.
I think very importantly, PdB got wiped, so they weren't able to. They don't have any players close, so they're basically just reset completely. Basically, their whole team going up the middle, but DiP is responding very well, getting a bunch of kills. And Jackie, looks like Jackie's back to his favorite position.
A little bit more to the left, so the airplane bombs from Dignahead won't get him that easily. But
might adjust with knowing that he's going to be a prime target for those airplane bombs, but still. DiP, there is enough time for DiP to come back and tie this game up.
A huge attack on the right side. Smiley, the whole right side is open, so PBB is firmly secured in the right side now. This shouldn't have happened by DiP. This is a huge blunder in the defense of DiP. As Soren is actually killing one in the middle. Very important kills. They lost the far right, so this could actually be the case that they are going to lose this trench again, and then I feel like it's impossible for PdB to equalize this match.
PdB, really nice positions on this far right side. DiP pretty much kind of split down evenly. It's pretty much split evenly down the middle of the trench here. Some players of PdB are going to aggress towards the middle, try to get some opening frags, but DiP is going to do the exact same. So we're going to have a big scrim here in the middle.
In the end, DiP is favored in the exchange, and they are slowly defending this trench again. So this is very nice. This is good for DiP, but they need to step it up. When this timer in 1 minute runs out, they need to completely clear all enemies from this trench, and then they still need to recap this whole the enemy trench. So this is an extremely heavy task for DiP here.
So many kills going the way of PdB and DiP. I mean, they're being capped quickly. They do get spawns just in the nick of time, but still, Yam Yam's gonna put the basic push here in the middle. He gets one kill. He can't find the second one though, unfortunately. Does get taken down by Sipney. Yeah, again, PdB is more than happy to play a slow game now. There's only 6 minutes left, and they're actually still capping, but spawns do come in for DiP to slow it down just a little bit.
They're just too firmly entrenched in this right now, and it is going to be extremely difficult for DiP to get them out there. But every second in 2 seconds counts tremendously much, as every second is a second less that he can attack right now. DiP need to step it up and clear this whole trench of PdB.
And now the time is now for DiP. They've got to make their move now. They don't want to burn any more time. They've only got 5 minutes, but again, PdB knows it, and they're just going to play back. All of their players are in the trench, and the cap might come. I don't think DiP's going to get the spawns in time, and the cap does come in. That's pretty much going to do it for DiP. It's pretty much going to be. It is basically impossible for DiP to tie this game now. That will do it. But
well, even if they take it, they need to take this under 1.5 minutes, and if they do that, then they are able to recap the trench in the time that's remaining below the 1.5 minutes, but it's not going to happen. I feel like PdB is so firmly entrenched in this position. Dignahead constantly being the spawn anchor on the far right side, and well, making sure they have enough people in the trench to not lose it instantly again, just like you saw happening right now.
Yeah, that was really nice play by PdB, and again, just the big play there was the push into the other side of the trench. I think DiP got a little bit too fixated on the far left, forgot about their right side, and then just like that, PdB was able to get in.
I believe 2 people were in the far right there, but they got taken down by PdB, and they didn't respond quick enough. But Dick the Hat is defending this far right side so well, actually. He has 32 kills, and I think the majority is actually made in here, as he's looking to respawn the people, and it's going to be very close. He does spawn in 3 people, which equalizes the spawn beacon, but I'm not sure what the stance is right now. It's very close, but they need to capture it in under a minute, because you need to defend this trench for 3 minutes more. So the whole match is going to take 4 minutes, and if they don't capture it right now, they're not having any time to actually recapture the trench.
And again, PdB just very smart plays. They know keeping their players back, just holding this position. That's all they care about right now. And I'm interested that I haven't seen any attempts by DiP really to actually try to flank the position. DiP seems to be just going at it from really only head on. No, I mean, well, a couple guys in the no man's land now, but there was really no effort from DiP to try to push from the no man's, flank them from the outside.
Well,
so,
and even then, Dick the Hat was playing this rock position on the right-hand side so well that each and every time they tried something on the no man's land, they were able to dismantle the attack instantly, without an effort. It felt like. And even if they lose the trench right now, right? Wedge was the only one in there for a brief moment. But even if they lose it right now, there's a 3-minute defense in this trench. So it's basically already won by PdB. Especially now they defended the trench as well. Oh, it is equal, sorry.
DiP does get the cap back, but it does not matter. As we can see, actually, the attack timer and the game timer are synced up perfectly, so it does not matter though. DiP, maybe a nice consolation for them to get the cap, if they can even hold it, but still, doesn't really matter, as no matter what happens, PdB is going to win this game.
And I feel like they are going to recap this trench. PdB doesn't want to stop. They want to capture this headquarters. Oh, that's not going to happen as well, but they want to win with 2-0 ahead as well.
I mean, it is also worth noting that, I mean, for PdB, they also won their opening game. We weren't watching that game. They played buff. They won. So for PdB, this is them looking to go up 2-0 in the tournament and win both of their opening games on day 1.
Very well performance by PdB. I must say I underestimated them in the beginning, but I think their communication again is key in this victory, and a very well deserved victory as well, as they are, well, quite firmly still entrenched in this trench right now, taking defensive positions and just, well, waiting for the enemy to advance. It feels like they're very comfortable in their little corner in the right side.
Yeah, I think even I'm a little guilty of underestimating PdB, but again, PdB shows you exactly why teamwork and team play is so important, because we look at the kills and we can see that they're not really all that uneven. I mean, Jackie's noticeably above anyone else at 47, but still, the kills might be equal, but PdB has undeniably been firmly in control of this match since the beginning.
Jackie getting some nice headshots in the end on Dick the Hat and Wedged. And I am rooting for DiP to regain this trench. They need to save themselves a little bit. I think it should be... This should be the end score, right? 5-5, no recapture by PdB.
Axelbun's gonna look to get some kills. He takes 2, but does get taken down by Banana. PdB is in a really precarious situation here, but they're somehow fighting their way out of it, and more spawns come in. And
7 people in the trench. It's going to be very, very close, but there's 8 people in here right now, and they're going to recapture it. It's done. This is the end score we're looking at right now. That's a shame. I don't think everyone of the DiP was in there to stop this recap. Now all hell is breaking loose in the middle section. Sadly, too little, too late. I don't see how they are going to retake this trench right now. In 2 seconds left on this game. Very intense game with DiP and PdB going head to head, very intense, and I'm looking forward to the next clashes that's going to happen. But this was very confident by PdB.